How's it going, guys? Junior here with NA Mustangs, bringing you back another video. Today's video, we just unboxed this package and my fiance is here holding them. We're gonna be doing some side splitters, and these are Roush Performance style, but they are Amazon special because this whole car pretty much, other than the wheels, has been on a budget. So I got these off Amazon. I'll link them down below, as well as the rear pieces, although these are from actual American Muscle. They're also RP style. They honestly, because I did the Roush ones on my old file that I used to have, and they honestly look the same to an extent. So, you know what? As long as they look the same, nobody's going to go over there and touch them. Doesn't matter, because these are probably a third of the price of doing the Roush ones. So, I'm going to go ahead, and it should be as simple as taking the factory mounting clips and bolts on the side skirt, putting those on, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned. All right, so I got this driver side splitter. Like as I mentioned, this actually does have the mounting tabs, so it's not like a universal, so it's not also that cheap either. So the ones you gotta take off is the little plastic clips. Let's see if I can get in there. Those right there. Gotta take them all off. So if you have a plastic clip removal tool, I'm gonna go grab that right now. Take those off, and then you just put these in place of that. What I am going to do as well is I'm going to put some 3M tape on there, clean this with some alcohol. That way it's got both adhesive and the clips, and we should be good with that. I'm going to see if maybe, although I don't know if I can get behind there, maybe do some nuts and washers every now and then, just for extra precaution. But I think the 3M tape and the clips should be enough. I'll see if I go the other route and put some extra screws in there. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to go get my clip tool, take all these off. You don't have to take off the whole side skirt. I mean, you can. It also has some, if you open the door, has some clips on top too. So the skirt won't like fly off if these fell for some reason. So keep that in mind. But I'm going to just do it with the car installed, since we just changed the oil. It's already jacked up. So it should be simple enough to do that. So we'll see what they look like. All right. So as you can see, with all the clips over there on the floor, took all those off. If you have a clip tool, it's a lot easier. I am going to go ahead and put 3M tape on there as well. As you can see, I'm just putting strips all in between. That way there's that second material holding that up. And the clips, I did also get these from Dorman. There's the part number. These are the exact clips that hold up your side skirt. I do have like miscellaneous pine tree clips, but these are the exact ones that you can use. Because I know when we first painted the car and I took the side skirts off, it was hard for me to find the right diameter of the actual pine tree and the head. Like they wouldn't fit or they'd be too loose. So I only have like 3, so that's why I have a bunch of sets. But anyways, this is the actual part number. You can get on Amazon. I'll do the link below too. If you're doing these, I recommend you replace those clips, because when you take them off, they're obviously, as you can see, they're messed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I did wipe it with alcohol. I did clean on the bottom with a rag and everything, so that way you can adhere to it nicely. And then after that, we'll start putting the clips on, and I'll show you what this side looks like. And then we'll go to we'll do the back, and then we'll jump to the passenger side. All right, so driver's side's all done. I had this little kit with like black Allen bolts, nuts, and washers. I did end up doing them every other with a nut and everything. So before you put the clips on there, do that. And then it's a lot more sturdy, you know, just extra precaution. I will say, obviously, these are cheaper, so, you know, you get the Amazons. One of the tabs I had to modify. Granted, one of this side skirt was also kind of damaged, so I think both having an issue on that one little insert tab, or whatever you want to call it, made that a little harder, but I did end up making it work. So now we're going to put the other one on the passenger side. Now we're going to tackle the back one. And for the back ones, I did end up buying on Amazon as well, just to make it easier, these bolts with the little like U-clips, I think they're called, just to put them on the actual valence, put the screws on there through the rear splitters, which I'll show you guys how to do that here in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and tackle the back, and then I'll show you guys actually how to do it. I'm going to do some brainstorming back there, see how I'm going to actually mount it, and then I'll let you guys know. So passenger side's all done. Just want to show you guys the little Allen bolts and washers that I did. Obviously, you want to do this before you do the push clips. Just that way you can kind of bring the side skirt forward, so you can stick your hand in there with another washer and a little nut. So I did all those first with the 3M tape, and then went in and put the new clips there. So we do all of those, and this ain't going nowhere. So now I'm gonna scoot back here, start figuring out where we're gonna put the back one, because technically those back pieces are for 13, 14 Mustangs. This was a 10 to 12. So it's a little bit shorter than what the valence is. So we're gonna figure out if we're gonna start it flush here and leave it short at the other end, center it, or I don't know, we'll see what my fiance wants to do. But other than this one should be simpler because I got those U-clip and bolts. So I'll show you guys how we do that. And I might still put 3M tape, just that way I can stick it on there. That way it holds it for me while I put the screws in there. Obviously we'll drill some pilot holes and stuff. But anyways, we're gonna figure out where we do the back one. And keep in mind too, these are also for 13 to 14. So the issue I had up front on the other side is the same thing here. So obviously you have to make it fit because this is the 10 to 12. So unless, correct me if I'm wrong, unless, you know, these are Amazon special, unless the 13, 14, if you guys get these and you have the same issue, let me know. But I'm assuming that's why. But no, not the end of the world. You can make them fit. So we're going to go ahead and tackle the back now. All right. So as you can see, this is, I ended up doing 4. Obviously I didn't do one here because this is in the way. But I just used the 3M tape to kind of put it there and hold it. That way I can just drill through both of them, and then I'll just put the U-clips, and then just put the 4 bolts. And the U-clips I use, like I said, are just these from Amazon, you know, your traditional U-clips. But that's on there. That ain't coming off. So, it looks really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my tools, get it off the ramps, and we'll show you guys the final product. And unfortunately, it got dark on us, so we can't watch the car, but you get an idea of what these look like on the car. The next step on this one is going to be 4.5-inch exhaust tips, because these are 4-inch, and they're also not true 4-inch. As you can see, my finger just fits in there, so it'll fill up the gap a lot nicer. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off the ramps, and we'll show you guys the final product. All right, so this is the final product. As you can see, especially with the Shelby wing, you know, we got the front lip that I'll show you around in a second. Just everything just kind of flows, matches the diffuser in the back, so everything's just more complete now. I'm gonna try to convince her to lower it. That'll just finish off the whole look of the car. Like I said, I mean, it took me a while just because I did the extra, you know, little bolts, washers, nuts, apart from the clips, just because I didn't want it to fall off. And, you know, I mean, it is next to the door. People can catch, you know, with their foot or something. So I didn't want it to just fall off with the clips or something, and then the whole side skirt fall off or something. So I took my time doing that. And then, as you can see if we can change the lens. There we go. So it's got the front lip now. And then, of course, we got the side splitters, which actually, ironically, the side splitters and the front lip are from the same company on Amazon. I'll link them down below for where to get that lip if you guys have a V6 to fit the V6 bumper. Comes to the back. Another thing, since these are for 13, 14, I actually ended up swapping the sides just because they flowed better. Technically, this is supposed to be the passenger side. I just thought the wider front, and then it came around and curved, looked better on this valence. And like I said, it's a little shorter, but, you know, it still looks really nice, especially for the price. So just keep that in mind. If you guys have a 10 to 12, that's what I did on this one, is I flipped the sides. And, you know, you're a little short there, but no big deal. Matches the diffuser, which is a little dirty. We'll wash it next time, but, you know, nice. And then now we got to do the exhaust tips, which I have put away. They're 4.5-inch, kind of like my 5.0. I'll put a picture on here if I have one of how the exhaust just fills it nicely. So I think that'll be the final touch. We might do 13, 14 style headlights. We'll see. Actually, I know we will. So that video will be coming out soon. But I know the next video for sure is going to be those exhaust tips, because I already have those. I just got to trim and do an adapter because of the piping and stuff. But anyways. And we'll see. I told her once her struts give out, which they're starting to, you know, a little bit, they're showing their age. If I take them off, I'm going to lower it. So we just got to decide on how much we're going to lower it. But that'll be it for this car. I am going to polish the roof and the back bumper and the rest of the car, and, you know, try to clean it up as best we can. I mean, it is a 2012. It sits outside. So, best we can. But that's going to be it for today's video. Make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Catch you next time. Peace.